One of the most powerful tools in Photoshop's arsenal is its ability to work in layers. For example, we could remove this grey background, and then on the layer below we could add a new background to create a more attractive looking shot. We can also place a layer above the girl to change her contrast as well. So let's do that by starting off with the layers palette here. If you can't see that, go up to Window and choose Layers, and that should appear in the palette dock. You can also drag this out so that it floats, and if you want to get rid of the rest of the palette dock, just click here, and there you have a much cleaner looking interface. The next thing to do is to copy this layer. Now you could do that by dragging the background layer onto the Create New Layer thumbnail like that, or simply right click and choose Duplicate Layer from this little context sensitive menu that pops up when you right click on anything. Then click OK to create a copy of the original layer. Our layers palette now has two layers in it. We've got the background copy and the background itself. If we turn off the background by clicking on the little eye icon and then turn off the foreground, we end up with a transparent document, and that's indicated by this checkerboard pattern that you're seeing here. But we can turn on the foreground and leave the background turned off for the moment, so that when we cut a hole in this grey area here, we'll see the transparent background from the layer below. So let's get that hole by using one of the eraser tools, and if you right click on the toolbar here, you can choose the very nifty background eraser. Now that is going to choose the grey and leave the girl intact with a bit of luck. Just to give it a bit of a helping hand, choose a size of around about 400 pixels in diameter, so you've got a nice large brush. Set the limits to discontiguous, just so that once it starts sampling the grey, it's not going to start straying into the blonde of the hair. And don't make it too sensitive to changes in colour by keeping tolerance set to around 12%. Then with a bit of luck, when we click and spray, it selects the background without selecting her hair. So you can click and move around the edges like so. Don't go too far into her hair though, it's not totally effective if you do go stray over the girl too much, but just round the edges should be powerful enough and clever enough to select the grey and leave the girl intact. And now you can see that the little thumbnail's updated, and we can see a transparent section around the girl there showing through to the transparent background. If we turned on the original background, of course, then we're seeing the grey from the original background. So let's keep that turned off, and now we have our girl isolated from her background.